I could not be more excited than I am right now to be standing next to this incredible high-def HP all-in-one. It is glorious. And when I say all-in-one, I mean, look, well, in fact, the one next to Aaron will show you. There's no tower. There's no nothing. It's all integrated into this amazing system. This, well, HP is the #1 manufacturer of computers in the United States, and we are here talking about their high-def touchscreen all-in-one with, get this, it's a 23-inch gorgeous screen, quad-core processor. We give you the 8 gigs of RAM and a terabyte in your hard drive space. This is the only airing of the entire holiday weekend. We took the price down $100 off of our HSN price. Note the retail price about $12.50. Whoa, plus we throw in over $200 in software, which we'll get to in just a moment. But this, boy, a couple things I have to share with you, and then we'll get into some of the demos. There is a bonus buy. So you buy any of their select computers and you can save $15 on a Viper 10. It's a 15%, excuse me, off on the Viper 10. That's your, it's a protection software, or antivirus, excuse me. So we'll talk more about that. But 15% off if you need to protect your investment, which we highly recommend. So, Aaron,
okay,
it's
ready?
like mind-blowingly beautiful.
It is also the most powerful desktop that I've ever offered. It's the most powerful desktop that we've had at HSN. It's a lot to say, right? It's a big claim to make. Well, let me tell you why. It's a quad-core processor. Did you guys see, as I'm going from program to program to program to program, it is the fastest daggone processor. So it's a quad-core processor. It's 4 brains, 4 engines underneath the hood, if you will, of the computer. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM. 8 gigabytes of RAM is what allows, RAM is really what allows your computer to multitask well. This computer multitasks like none I've ever seen. Extraordinary. And a full terabyte, that's 1,000 gigabytes of memory. Now, those are all sort of the specs. Forget about specs for a minute. Just totally forget about specs. It's touchscreen.
Yes.
It's your PC, it's Windows 8, and it's touchscreen. And it's all housed in this one beautiful shell. So let's talk first about the fact that this is not only touchscreen, a 1080p screen.
Yep. Okay?
So it's the highest of high definition screens. You will not find a screen anywhere that's clearer than this because they don't make them for computers. So 1080p screen, 23-inch screen as well. The typical laptop, the most popular laptop size in the country is 15.6 inches. I just want you to compare. This is your 15-inch notebook size. This is your new 23-inch touchscreen desktop. This is your 15-inch notebook size. This is your new 23-inch 1080p high-definition laptop, or excuse me, desktop. There's absolutely no comparison. Now, to the words all-in-one. What that means is, I'm going to try not to kill myself here, but I'm going to get this guy. Okay. This is what you used to have. This is what used to be your desktop, okay? You used to have this tower, plus you would have a screen and you would have 1,000 wires going between them, right? This is a pain. It's heavy. This doesn't have integrated wireless networking. This guy does, which I'll show you in a minute. This is the way of yesteryear, right? All of this, so all of the power that was in this tower, actually much more power because this is now a quad-core machine, is now in a device. That's the second time I've dropped that central processor in 2 weeks, actually. It's okay. Nobody wants a computer like that anymore anyway. So it's about 2 inches wide. All of the power that's in your typical CPU, that's in your typical big computer, is in this very thin, very easy to transport, very easy to use computer. And then, on top of it all, it's touchscreen. And can we just think for 1 minute about touchscreen? Think about the devices you love to use. You love to use your smartphone. You love to use your tablet. You love to use your GPS probably. Why? Because they're touchscreen. Because they're so easy and they're so intuitive, right? But sometimes, when it comes to using a mouse and right-clicking and left-clicking and all that stuff, it starts to feel like work. That's the great thing about this computer, is it always feels like fun.
That's true.
Because of the touch abilities.
I love that you have the option. The keyboard is included, the mouse is included. I mean, the whole touch screen experience, it's very, very, it's a high-end experience. And how would you like to get let's say a $1,300 computer home for $149? I mean, that's how you can get it home with, FlexPay, any major credit card. We accept debit cards. I mean, you let us know what works best for you. Plus, there's free shipping on all of this. So free shipping to your door, 6 Flex. You can do VIP financing. If you do have an HSN card, you can spread this out over the course of 9 months. That makes your monthly payment even lower. So again, and if you don't have your card, you want to get your HSN card tonight, you can call 1-800-695-1418. You can also apply at hsn.com/HSN card. But in either case, it is really that ownership experience. This thing weighs 19 pounds, as opposed to that big clunker that Aaron just dropped. It was probably...
I'm glad I didn't drop it on my toe.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I'm so
it
glad
really
you
is
didn't.
the second time. I'm not kidding. It's the second time I've dropped it in a couple of weeks. I would say that probably weighed just under 25 pounds.
Okay.
Just under 25 pound weight at the gym.
Tower.
Yeah, that was just the tower. Good point.
So all the componentry that was in that tower is built into this.
No, it probably weighed a little bit more than that. It probably weighed more like 35 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, it was heavy.
Okay.
It was significantly heavier than lifting this up. And do you know what else? Something that I think is really quite important is that tower that you saw just a moment ago. We're going to go on a little
journey
here using Google Earth. That tower that you just saw does not have built-in wireless connectivity. This does. So while, like Kelly said, this weighs 20-ish pounds, 25 pounds, I think 19 pounds. This can go anywhere. So I can take this desktop and put it in a guest room.
Yeah.
I can put it in the living room. I can put it in the dining, and it doesn't have to be at the same place all of the time, and I'm still able to enjoy it because just like your your laptop computer has a wireless card built into it, so this computer has a wireless card built in. In other words, you don't have to have it in your office like you do most desktops. Most desktops have to plug into either a DSL line or a cable internet line or something like that. That's not the case here. So this is a bit of a different thing. I want to talk about the power of it again for a minute. So I think the screen speaks for itself. I think, look, there's Facebook, so we're just, cruising through Facebook. The picture I put of Callie and I up just a few minutes ago from our tablet. The screen, I think, speaks for itself, and I think you can see that very easily. What you can't see is what's inside, the power of the computer. It's a quad-core processor, and we have a little video now that will help to demonstrate what does a quad-core processor mean. So inside your computer, there are 4 engines, or 4 brains, if you will, that process information. Think of it like this. Think of it like, you know how when you get to the grocery store, and we'll show you this video twice in a row, when you get to the grocery store and there's like only 2 lanes open, but there's a bunch of people. Actually, that happened to me this afternoon. It takes forever to get through, and right away it's going to take forever to get through. And as soon as it's like, checkers to aisle 4, checkers to aisle 4, you're like, oh, good, we're going to start moving as soon as there's more checkers at the checkout line. I know that's a very simple premise, but it's something that we all experience every day, right? We all get it. It's the same thing inside your computer. You're asking your computer to download high-definition videos, high-definition pictures, songs, various applications. You might be downloading some live tiles. This is Windows 8, and these are called live tiles. These are programs presented to you in a very visual way. I'll talk more about those in a minute. So you ask your computer to do lots of things at one time. If it doesn't have those 4 brains, or there's 4 lanes through which information can move, then it's not able to as easily do what you're asking it to do without getting gummed up, without slowing down. This computer, you can see, I'm going from travel to the National Geographic channel I've got up here. I've got Facebook up, by the way, watching television on this, because most channels stream live now, right? They stream their information live. Watching anything on this will be an extraordinary experience. And I even have a little bit of a surprise for you.
I was thinking the same thing, Aaron, because this is that all-in-one experience. I mean, it's your computer, it's your laptop, it's it's your optical drive is included, so you can burn and watch DVDs and music. I love that.
Right.
But it's your TV. It's a beautiful 23-inch high-def, 1080p high-def experience, no matter which application you're enjoying. So I liked your idea of putting it in the bedroom. You could move it from room to room.
Well, I always say, how like at the holidays, I usually have guests. So, I want a television to be in my guest room, and I really want a computer to be in my guest room. Like when my folks come and visit and that kind of stuff, I want them to be able to get to their email and do all the things they want to do. But I don't, the other, 9 or 10 months out of the year, I don't really need a computer in my guest room. That's what I love about this, is I can leave it in my kitchen most of the year, or I can leave it in the living room for everyone to use. But then when you have guests, they can go, all you pick it up, you plug it into the wall. You don't have to have cable in the room, or you don't have to have, I should say, an internet, either like cable internet or DSL internet. A line doesn't have to be coming into the room where you have this, because it has the built-in memory card.
How great is that? I know this one's already popular. I know. I mean, it's the only airing of the entire holiday weekend.
It is.
We took our regular price is $9.99. The retail price is $12.40 something, $4.47 I think. So our price is really, really good on an all-in-one from HP. HP, just go through that graph if you're just tuning in. I mean, every major spec that you could possibly hope to have in a computing experience is here. HP, 23-inch, high-def touch screen. You get that 8 gigs of RAM with a terabyte of hard drive space. I mean, there's no way in a million years you can fill this up. No matter how many pictures you have, no matter how many movies or how many songs you like to put on your computer, the fact that this has that optical drive too, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. The software that we're throwing in, it's over $200, right?
It is. It's $221 of additional software.
Nice.
Extraordinary, right?
Absolutely. And those are, you know, extras. You know, if you went to a store where you bought a computer, they're going to walk you right down the software aisle, and you're going to want at least, you know, 4 or 5 selections, and that adds up quickly.
It does. In fact, let's go through all of that software if we may. I'd like to talk you through all of the software that we're including additionally, and then I'm going to come back and show you some things on Windows 8 and show you that you can always use your Windows, your typical sort of Windows desktop view if you like the traditional feel of Windows. That's always available to you as well. So, the $221 of additional software, it's Think-Free Office. So you know what that is? That's an Office program that is compatible with Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint.
Okay.
So you get, these are full, non-expiring versions of every program you see here. So Think-Free Office, Movavi Photo Suite, Better Photography 101. That's actually an online class to help you take better photos. I love that we're including that. Movavi Video Editor, Memories on TV4, PC Tune-Up, Auto Save Essentials, Meal Easy, Hallmark Card Studio Express 6, Family Tree Maker Workshop 2, Budget Tracker Deluxe, Fever Frenzy, Solitaire Mania, and Sudoku Puzzle Addict. So from games, easy for me to say. So from games to things that help you, you know, with editing your photos, editing your videos, educational, you name it. It's really, we have put together a software suite.
Yeah.
So when you get the computer home, you're ready to go. I'm going to let Kelly update you guys.
Yeah,
I know that we have a lot going on. Then I'd love to show everyone like the ports and that sort of stuff.
Good, good. We'll go through all of that. We'll give you a tour of the whole thing. I just realized too, 6 Flex, that goes away tonight at midnight. So I think tonight at midnight. At this point, this is the only scheduled airing on this unit. This is an incredible, special experience. My producer and I were talking about how it's like, I like my desktop experience in my office. I like having my big screen. I like having everything there. And of course, you know, you can transfer info to and from your phones and your laptops and things like that. But having it all stored in one central location with this much memory and hard drive space, you know that this is going to be like the core. This is where it all resides. This is your life. And I love the versatility, I should say, on a unit like this too, being, you know, your music system. This is your computer. Obviously, this is your TV. So maybe it's the right thing to send your child off or your student off to college with.
Perfect
when
for
you
that.
think about that. You know how limited those dorm rooms are. I'm kind of dreading the experience of like, but you know, they need all of you know, the technology that they can possibly have. And I can't think of anything this could have been included that isn't. And especially at a price like this, an HP with an all-in-one at under $900. VIP financing, don't forget, you can spread this out over the course of 9 months. So that's way under that might be less than $100 a month. I'll do the math for you. But VIP financing, HSN charge card holders, spread it out over 9 months, 1 month at a time. You can pay it off early. No penalty if you do, but make sure you pay it off by that 9th month, and then you've not paid a dime of interest. So HSN is the bank. We're holding the balance until you pay it off slowly over time. A wonderful value, free shipping to your door. Okay, ready to take a tour?
Absolutely. I would love to do so. Okay, so let's start on this first side. We are including a keyboard and a mouse. So you've got the keyboard and the mouse, which is awesome. You might use those sometimes. You can pull up an on-screen keyboard anytime. Here, I'll just show you here real quickly. So I'm going to go into Internet Explorer, and it'll open up a page here for me in a second. I'm able to, so like if I wanted to search. So if I go up here to search, see, it pulls up a keyboard for me. So I can always just type in on the virtual keyboard on the screen, or I can use the actual keyboard. There is a hardwired keyboard as well. So let me hop back to my main screen there. There we go. And show you what's on this first side. This is your optical drive. This is a big deal. About 50% of computers sold in the country now do not have optical drives.
And I love having an optical drive.
I do too. I like to be able to burn my music. I like to be able to burn my movies. I like to be able to stop on the way home and pay a couple bucks and rent a DVD at the drugstore. You know, I think that's such a great service. service. And I like to be able to watch it when I get home. And watching DVDs or whatever on this is going to be beautiful because this is not just a high-definition screen. It's 1080p. And it's very rare that we do a 1080p screen in a computer. They're almost always 720. So that's what you've got on your first side here. That's your DVD, your optical drive. You can burn, by the way, you can burn, it's very fast. You can burn a DVD in about 5 minutes. You can burn a CD, and a music CD in just about 2 minutes. So super quick. Okay, moving to the other side. You've got a multi-in-one card reader. Read an SD card, an XD card, an MMC card. So very, very easy to read any of your camera cards. 2 USB slots. Those are standard. No, I'm sorry, yeah, these are standard USB slots. There's a microphone slot and there's a headphone slot. Now there is, just so you know, speakers are built in and a microphone is built in. And that'll be important to you if you're ever using, look, the high definition webcam that's built in. So you can do Skype or, you know, all of your various talk and web programs real easily. I'm going to go around to the back here to show you there's 4 more USB ports. There's a total of 6 USB ports on this computer. That's a lot. That's a highly configurable, highly versatile computer to have that many ports on it. So 6 USB ports. Here's an Ethernet port in case you want to network this or in case you ever would want to plug in to the internet. You could. You could plug into like if you have a T1 line, a really fast line or something like that, you could do so. But remember, there's a wireless networking card built in, and then there's where you plug into power. So that's it. It's very, very few cables. It's your power cable, and then these 2 cables run to your keyboard and to your mouse. You could get a wireless keyboard and a mouse if you wanted to. That might be a kind of cool little addition to add to this. So coming around to the front of the screen. Actually, Callie, did you need to give another update, and then
I think we're good because
okay.
I know we're going to be putting a 10-minute clock here. I mean, the only update I need to give is that the free shipping and the 6 Flex expires tomorrow night at the end of our holiday weekend. So if you want to look more at the specifics on hsn.com or call our sales reps, they've got all the lowdown right in front of them as well. So I realize it's a bigger investment. It's an investment that you'll probably never have to replace in your lifetime with these specs. So I really do encourage you to take a serious close look at this. Our value is unbelievable. And I know with the clock, we've got more to show you, so let's get back to it.
Absolutely. So I'm actually just doing a little painting here. This is I love this program. I just found it really is fun. And since it's touch sensitive, isn't that pretty? It's fun. It's one of the really fun things that you can do, of course, with a touch screen that you could never do without a touch screen.
It's true.
This is your Windows 8. It's called the Metro View, okay? The Metro View is basically like your home screen in Windows 8. All of these little squares, like I'm going to just touch this one right here, and I'm going to just move it around and show you. These little squares are called live tiles. And what live tiles are, they're just your programs. So in Windows, in your desktop view, where you would have these little icons, you know, you remember these little here, let me move this out of the way so you can see.
Talk about configurable, like you said.
Oh, totally.
Love it.
These little guys in what used to be Windows 7 or Windows XP become these nice, big, easy to see live tiles in Windows 8. And one of the cool things about live tiles is they update. So you see like the photos will change. If you have like a Facebook feed up or various feeds up, they'll change a stock feed, news feed, those kind of things. So let me just show you a couple things that you can do. One of my favorite live tiles is the travel tile. So it has a new sort of city of the day, if you will, each day. Today it looks like we're looking at some of Brazil's hot cities. There's lots of really cool things that you can do. You can go to any of your favorite areas of the world. So, for example, I just picked Europe. It's going to give me all of these great cities. Okay, Callie, choose. Paris, Prague, Milan, Amsterdam, Zurich. Just give me Italy. Okay, you're saying Italy because you're getting ready to get. Catherine's going to Italy. Yeah, I got to go last year. It's so beautiful. Okay, here, how about Milan? Let's go to Milan. Actually, Florence is pretty. I shouldn't say that because somebody might think Milan's prettier. But Florence is
they're both
so
beautiful.
Gorgeous. Right. Okay. There's the Duomo in the middle of the city.
I walked to the top of that puppy.
To the top of the Duomo.
I sure did.
It's so pretty. Okay,
I was sore for a week afterwards.
If you
my calf muscles
your glutes
were like,
look good, right? All right. So here's the deal. If you're not able to go, we're not all able to go. We hope Catherine's going to have a beautiful trip. But you can take a look around the city with the panoramas that are built into the trap. Look, there's the Duomo.
Look at this.
At night, actually, there's all of these wonderful 180-degree.
No way.
And these are areas all over Florence. So if we wanted to look, actually, just outside of Venice is Pisa. Yeah. So we can look at the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It'll be right over here. There we go. There it is. So there's the Leaning Tower. You can tour the world. You can travel the world this way. I think touchscreen makes some of these really experiences so much more personal.
No
Do you know what I
kidding.
mean? Because it's tactile. There's a touch sense to it. And if you want to take a closer look, like you see that
Watch
little
that.
there's a stained glass window up there. Well, let's take a closer look. Just by doing a pinch zoom, we can take a closer
That's
look at anything we want to take a close look.
wow.
Okay, so that's what I could spend an hour
Captivated.
on the travel. Oh, wait, I have to show you just one other thing that I think is so cool. So if you're really into it like we are and you're like, okay, that's it. I want to be like Catherine when I grow up. I want to take a trip to Italy. Take your finger, pull it down. We can book a flight right there. It will recommend
no
hotels
kidding.
for you, right? Or you can go home. So it really, there are so many things like that that make just the experience really sort of, it inundates you with the experience is what I'm trying to say.
I love that. I mean,
Isn't that great?
and don't we all love the idea of just that touchscreen experience? Like you were saying earlier, it's like what we love about our tablets and our, and our pads in some cases. This is the same experience except on the big screen. The big 23-inch high-def, 1080p high-def screen. It's hard to get better than that. It's an HP experience that speaks volumes. The fact that this is that touch screen, that this just you'll never outgrow it. And whether you're more comfortable with the keyboard or the touch screen, everybody in the family might have a different preference around that. That's what's so wonderful about it. And it's an all-in-one, so there's no big clunky tower. It's all built into this big, beautiful screen. It's only 19 pounds, so if you wanted to move it from the office to the kitchen or the kitchen to the bedroom, because you can, live stream your TV and you can really enjoy all aspects of entertainment in your life, from music to video to photos to the movies that you want to. I mean, if you've got the optical drive, you can watch movies this way. You can burn discs. You can burn music. You can do so much at the central hub. This will be the hub. This would be a great family computer when I think about it. Like, keep it in the kitchen and have, I know when my son was young, I was so concerned about what sites he'd be on. So, a friend of mine said, no, we have our computer in the main room, so everybody is within view of each other. So I thought that was a brilliant idea.
It's a great idea.
So
Very
it could
smart.
be a great family experience because, seriously, come evening hours, you could watch a movie on this all together. But at this point, we're at almost, oh my gosh, hundreds spoken for, I just realized. And a lot of you are using the FlexPay. I would. It's $149.99. Pay it off 1 month at a time, but you get it delivered in a couple of days, free shipping, and that, we put $19.95. It's a 20-pound or 19-pound computer in a big box because it comes very well protected and padded. But in addition to that, if you have an HSN card, it's $99.99 a month. To have this in your life in a couple of days. Summer is an important time for all of us to kind of engage together. So for fun and entertainment, for business and more practical reasons as well, this may be that perfect central location for the family. But in either case, however you're going to use it in your life, I know you're going to be wowed. It's a beautiful, beautiful all-in-one. Thank you for your calls and your orders. All of the special financing and free shipping does go away at the end of our holiday weekend. So if it's something that you're curious about, either take a closer look on hsn.com or have our sales reps kind of lay it out for you so you can go through line by line and know exactly what you're in store for. I think everyone's going to be pretty tickled when they get this puppy loaded.
It's so much fun. It's really a fun computer to use. Couple things that I haven't told you. I haven't talked to you too much about the memory, and I'd love to. The hard drive inside this, so it's the most powerful processor we do, okay? It's the QuadCore processor. Showed you that earlier, 4 brains, 4 engines. It's also the largest hard drive we do on any computer at any price. It's a full terabyte, which is 1,000 gigabytes. What's that mean to you? You can store 250 hours of high-def video, or about 1,000 hours of standard definition video. 320,000, yeah, that's a third of a million.
Jeez, that's
a third
lot.
of a million photos, 16,000 hours of music. So it's just a beast of a hard drive. You can really store a ton of information on it. I'd love to show you a few more things. Remember, it has 8 gigs of RAM. That's also the most RAM we've ever offered on any computer at HSN. RAM allows you to multitask better. It allows your web pages to load faster. If you're looking at your computer a lot and looking at an hourglass, you're waiting on your computer, you're seeing the circle. Remember, your computer is the hub of your family's home in terms of electronics. I know that many of us have bought tablets in the past couple of years. Many of us have bought a new GPS, or we've bought a new smartphone or whatever. Those things are all great, but remember, all of those go back to your computer. They charge in your computer, they update with your computer, they sync with your computer. So if you don't have a computer that's running well and running quickly, it sort of puts all of your electronics at a disadvantage.
Good point, Aaron.
One of my favorite things to do, I've got to find my photo, child. Here we go. Photos on Windows 8 are an absolute pleasure. They're just so much fun. So first of all, flipping through photos, making photos larger, being able to see photos, but sharing photos has never been easier, and this is something that's built into Windows 8. If I just take my hand over to the right side of the screen and do a little swipe, you see this? This is called the charm bar. It allows you to search, share, start, get into your devices or your settings. If I want to share this photo, I just touch share, and then if I want to email it to someone or put it on Facebook, it's all up to me, but if I want to email it, I'll just go mail. Look, this is writing an email for me. You'll see right there, it just attached the photo.
Isn't that great?
So you didn't have to pull up a list of photos, find the photo you wanted, and then again, if you want to write, if you want to type in a name, you can use the keyboard that's on the screen for you, or you can use the keyboard that we include. I think that's very important. One more thing, I might only have time to demonstrate one more thing in Windows 8. One of the things that I think is so smart, and particularly because you're buying, don't forget, this is HP. HP is the #1 manufacturer in the entire country of PCs. There is no one, not another company, that sells more PCs than HP does. So HP has these wonderful partnerships, one of which is with Microsoft that brings you Windows 8. So when you get this computer home, there will be a tile that says Getting Started with Windows 8. So if I go right in here to Getting Started with Windows 8, it allows me, if I want to read about the things that are new in Windows 8, if I want to watch, that's me. I'm always going to watch the video. I like it's like the Cliff Notes version, but it's visual. It's
I'm totally
fantastic.
with you there.
Always watch. Or if you want more help, you can talk to someone live and that sort of stuff. Let's look here at watch. So maybe you want to, you've seen me do some things on Windows 8. You've seen me share some videos. You've seen me do some things with painting. You've seen me go into the travel tile on those. Maybe you want to learn how to do those things. Well, look, it says right here, introducing the new features in Windows 8. What's new in Windows 8? You can watch a video on it. It'll show you not only what's new, but then it will show you how to use what's new, how to do what's new in Windows 8. I think having that sort of built-in tutorial service, if you will,
For sure.
will be a great thing for many people.
And I love that it visually shows you. I mean, that's really, to me, that's a customer appreciation kind of moment. They want you to learn. They want you to get to know your computer better. They want you to take it to the next level. So whatever level you're at right now, I mean, maybe I do think about people with small spaces. I think about this being everything: the TV, the computer, the music, the entertainment hub. We keep calling it the hub because that is what it'll become. And I know that our time is about up. At this point, don't forget our special 6 Flex or 9 Flex, depending on if you use your HSN card or not. That goes away by tomorrow night.